Hello everyone, welcome to Yellow Pips. Today I will be talking about how you can be able to take trades using Trendline strategy in terms of Trendline and everything you need to know about Trendline. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe to this channel. If you are a returning subscriber, please kindly like this video. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon so whenever I drop a new video, you'll be the first to get notified. Now let's get right into there are two types of trend line that I love trading. Number one is trend line bounce and number two is trend line break. You know, if you've been watching my videos, you would have seen that I've made a lot of videos about trend line break because I like trading reversal sometimes. Yeah, so let's go to trend line bounce. So a trend line bounce is when the market bounces on a trend line multiple times. So this is what I mean when I say a trend line bounce. Let's say, for example, okay, and this is the trend line. This is an uptrend, and so now the market is moving like this, and it comes and bounce. It moves up again, it pulls back and bounce on the trend line. It goes again, it pulls back and bounce on the trend line, and that is what we call trend line bounce. So in a situation like this, what do? You're taking trades on the pullback. So whenever it bounces, it comes to this trend line, you take your entry after confirming, after your candle confirmations, because you don't just go and take a trade because you don't know if it's going to break down or nothing. So you have to check your candle confirmations before you take the trade. Yeah, so and that's it. Okay, so let me show you example in the chart. So this is an example of a trend line bounce. As you can see, the market is going upwards and bounces down again from our trend line. And so this is an example, and mind you, a quality trend line must have at least 3 touch points. Let's say, for example, 1 2 3, right? But this one, as you can see, is more than this. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 you get. So even this one, if it comes down again, get rejected here, it can bounce again. So when it comes here, whenever you see the market is coming close to the trend line and it's on the trend line, so what are you waiting for? You're waiting for your candle confirmation in the engulfing pattern, or maybe double top, or anything at all that you always use to determine your entry. So what are you going to do? Let's say, for example, here the market pulls back on the trend line. What do? You take your sell, right? You go short. This is what you're going to do. Just put your entry and then put your stop above the trend line and above the candle. And that's it. You make your profit. And so that is how to trade the trend line bounce. Yeah, so guys, if you're wondering the type of broker that I use Hanko Trade. Do check them out. The link is in my bio. Create an account and deposit as low as $10 to get started. Now let's talk about the trend line break. So the trend line break is also very simple to understand. Now in this situation, the market is no longer bouncing just like the trend line bounce. Now it has to break. It has to break below the trend line, and also it has to pass the previous swing low. That is trend line break. So what is going to happen? This is what is likely to happen. The market will go back a little pullback before it's now drop. So that is just a trend line break. Now this is an example of a trend line break. This is AUD USD and this is 1 hour time frame. So now as you can see the trend line, right? So now the trend line has been bouncing, it bounced here, it bounced here, and then here it couldn't bounce, it broke out. So what are you doing? You don't just enter. You can decide to enter, yeah, it's fine, but for me I prefer waiting for it to pull back. So it broke the previous swing high and then it has to come back here, and when it comes back, that is when you're going to take the trade. What are you going? Now you have to go long, you have to start to buy. So you just go long, you can enter from here, yeah, as you can enter from here, put your stops right below it. So that's it. It's very, very simple.